So apparently the touts have learned better ways to extort the boat guys, rideshare drivers as a whole. And I don't think anybody should be expecting Bolt or Uber or any of these companies to do anything about it. This is this is just an extortion. This is a criminal activity that's being carried out, and dare I say, by the government. Okay? Because even in Lagos, you have all this. I keep hearing some stories that make me wonder certain type of thing. Like the other day, I think this was on the group. Somebody said some boys blocked the coastal way, and I'm like, blocked? You mean this is a federal road? Blocked, and then they were collecting tolls. So you know it's government related. You understand? Somebody is funding them and funneling money, and or rather siphoning money from helpless netizens, not netizens, citizens. So in Abuja, used to be that everybody was very, very cautious about the Wuse area because of these towns. That's where they operate the most. Well, there are some in Lugbe, Nyanya Bridge, Area 1, scattered here and there. But then we kind of got the memo. Stay away from the green taxi area, okay? Let the green taxi do what the green taxi does. And if you're an Uber guy or a boat guy, do what you do. Everybody mind your own business. And nobody gets to stop. But apparently, these guys are not comfortable with it. They're not. So the new thing I've heard from three different people now is they basically jump into your car whilst in traffic. You're not parked anywhere, you're not violating any rules. They jump into your car. Obviously, the only reason that happens is because the car was left unlocked. Not always your fault, because it's not all the time you remember to put on the central lock. Some people's central lock don't even work as well anymore. But be that as it may, this criminal element jump into your vehicle and start to demand that you present them with your papers or with their papers that permit you to carry people or to carry on the business of commercial taxi. Now, in Lagos, actually in Nigeria, not just Lagos, the papers that is required by the government, by law, for you to carry on transport business in Nigeria is the Hackney permit. The Hackney permit. Apart from that, every other document is applicable to every other person. So, where was I? Every other document that every driver on the road needs is what you need. Apart from that, if you are into the business of transport, you must have a Hackney permit. The trailers and the truckers, they have a different papers. Here's the thing. If a tout jumps into your car and start demanding that they have their own paper that allows you carry passengers, not from designated park, just allows you to carry that doesn't make any sense. All right, if you think about it, because I know people who have been affected, they try to make sense of that situation. It doesn't. Okay, don't try and make sense. Don't euthanize it. It does not make zero sense. Absolute nothing. No sense whatsoever. That if they need to enforce it, they don't need touts for that. They just need the VIUs or the road safety to stop, and they ask, are you into transportation? Okay, show us this paper. It's that simple. But these are criminals, so you always have to keep that in mind. There's nothing sensible about what they do. They're trying to extort you. They're trying to get the better of you. Plain and simple. They jump into your car and force you to drive to their office, where they will properly extort you. I've had that experience once, and in fact, in law, as a legal angle or perspective, we would always, why did I just say we would always? Law would always advise you Never follow a criminal to a secondary location. Whatever happens, happens in that location. That's it. Never think for 1 second that a criminal takes you to another place helps your case. Never think of that. So in the light of this new awakening and this new horrific situation, these are my fixes. These are some of the things I think we should do, or you should do, if you find yourself in such a situation. First things first, prevention. Please always have your central lock on. Nobody should have access to your car. That thing feels like an invasion of privacy, but then invasion of privacy even sounds good. It feels like taking advantage of somebody. It feels like, well, I don't want to say the word, it's like, it's so wrong, to just step into a person's vehicle like that. First things first, prevention. Second thing second is this. If elements, unknown elements by the way, enters your vehicle, call themselves marshal. Oh my God, the names they even come up with is even part of the problem. They call themselves marshal and whatever else they may be calling themselves. Remain in that spot. I beg of you, cause traffic if you must. There are criminals in my car, I'm not moving. Okay? There are criminals in my car, I am not moving. Everybody behind me must stay and wait until the issue is resolved. Or help me resolve it faster. Even if a traffic warder comes to you and say, hey, just follow them, do not oblige. I beg you, stay in that spot. Cause a ruckus if you must. Cause traffic if you must. Draw attention if you must. But do not follow these idiots to any location. You have done nothing wrong. If you have done anything wrong, it should not be unknown marshals that should be accosting you, arresting you. It should be the police. It should be the recognized security agencies, not touts. All right? Did I pick anybody from you? Who even told you I was an Uber person? Who told you? Did I have a sticker on the car that says I am a rideshare driver or something? So, let's even start from there. There are criminals in my car. Do not move your vehicle. Come down from the car if you must. Hold your keys very well because those idiots. This is why they never used to enter the cars just one person. They always come in their droves and in their numbers because they expect resistance. Unfortunately, and normally, if you're just one person, I mean, how much resistance can you really give? So maybe involve the public. Park in that spot. I'm not moving. Let everybody be honking and angry and I am not moving. Criminals entered my car. Everybody should rest. If you can't help me in this country. Okay. Don't feel entitled. But the fact is, stay in that spot. Attract attention to yourself. Never, ever, ever, ever follow them to a secondary location. Stay in that spot. If you cannot be settled there, trust me, nothing about that secondary location is going to favor you. Nothing about it. Stay there. There is no reasoning with criminals. Understand that the criminal wants to steal from you. So if you like, be like, guy, I beg. Now hustle with the hustle. Bros, you will vomit that money. Okay? Please do not follow them to a secondary location. Now, here are the drawbacks of that idea. The possibility of them coming down and trying to lose your plate number is also there. And that is why for me, I have my plate number, especially the one at the back. It's screwed on so tightly, you can never pull it out. You have to use your tools. Screwed on up and down and so tightly, because you see most of our plate numbers just yank it like this and then it's off. So the one in the back, for instance, for me now, is very, very tight. But the one in the front, you can still pull it out. So maybe I'll protect that one. Just come and touch it. I'm waiting for you with my stick or my what do you call it? Wheel spanner. I don't know, these things are sounding very dark and macabre, but you have to still, these are criminals you're dealing with. You're not supposed to approach it with reason. All right? So these are some of the drawbacks. They may want to like take a part of your vehicle to force you to come to them or to force you to go after them, because even they don't want that attention. If you notice, they want to enter the car, lock the car, sometimes even wind up. Sometimes. Another thing you could do is, instead of driving to their office, drive to a police station. That is also a problem for a couple of reasons. They may want to drag the steering with you. Again, remember, you are one person, there are three people. In no way you going to the police station ends well for them. So that may not go well. All right, so that brings me back to my second point. Stay in that location. Digger it out with them there. And then number 3 or number 4, nobody's coming to save you. By nobody, I mean, don't call union or anybody or thinking that, yeah, okay, this union, they exist so that they can save me from such. Nobody's coming to save you in that scenario, okay? Passerbys, and maybe another boat guy that doesn't seem to engage may come to your aid. But trust me, do not expect that by calling the police, they will start running to your location. Unless maybe you know the police or you and the police are friends or something. But just try as much as you can. Even if not the police station, go directly to the closest checkpoint. To the closest checkpoint. And I would really advise you don't go to the Wuse area. I think the Wuse area are in cahoots with these people. The police people in Wuse area, they're in cahoots with these people. They're also in cahoots with the ones that sell drugs, that they wear suits. Behind that, opposite the market area, like they literally sell drugs openly, right? It'd be like, bros, how far? And I get you something on suit and a briefcase. Let's not even get there, because there are police just right there. That's why I know that. I mean, you have to be in cahoots for you to be able to do that. So yeah, that is my own fix. That is the best I can think about. Okay, they are criminals. Deal with them as such. Please do not begin to gulp up 40,000, 30,000, however amount, and they give you a piece of paper and they tell you this is going to protect you. It's not true. Even if you are okay, let's say they caught you in Wuse, you paid, you go to Nyaya, and then they caught you, you are giving them paper. They will slap you on your paper. It has nothing to do with anything. It's nonsense. You're not picking anybody at a park. If you're picking somebody at the park, that makes sense. If you're running their own route, that makes sense to buy ticket or whatever it is they say, because they try to maintain those parks. I think I don't even see them there, but there are just very few parks a year. They try to unionize everything. It's the problem with unions. You just create union for you are paying levies and fees that even you don't understand. On this thing not long. See, my point is, guy, first of all, prevent. Prevention is better than cure. Please keep your central lock always on, especially in the Wuse. In fact, everywhere, just keep your central lock always on. The other time, this was in Abuja Junction on a Friday, a couple of months back. I was parked, and then I was just waiting for a trip or something. And while I was waiting, somebody just came. My glass was up, not all the way up. Somebody just came by the glass and was like, "Hey, Alpha, are you just coming from Barnex?" Why would I just be coming from Barnex? Barnex is like over there. And why the question is so random, so... Where are you coming from with that idea? Am I just coming from Barnex? I'm like, no. I don't know if it was because he was holding a leather bag. I was like, no. And then suddenly it's like, wait, excuse me. Then he was trying to open the door. But the central lock was on, so he couldn't get in. No doubt that if he had gotten access, he'd probably bring out the weapon, and before you know, because the place where I was parked wasn't so, this was like around 7, 8 in the evening. So the area had already cleared out. It wasn't like at the junction of Abuja Junction, just around the area, opposite the filling station here. So he could have done anything. So please, I beg you, always keep your central lock. in place. Okay? And this is not a testament to Nigeria being an unsafe country. It could have happened to you in any country. I'm just saying, for all those foreigners, I always think like you die in Nigeria. You not die. See, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Keep your central lock on. That's one way to stay alive. Okay? And don't move to any secondary location. If you can, if you have weight in your head, or if you have the madness or the strength, please stay there and do whatever needs to be done. But don't move from that spot. There are criminals in your car. You have every right. You have every right. Okay? Bye-bye.